Hello and welcome back to Cinema B-Side. I am of course Todd, and today we are headed back to the Motion Picture Academy Museum. Why, you ask? It's not for what we normally go for, because today we're headed there for a FYC event for the hit TV show Euphoria. So are you ready? Let's go! Oh, hello, hi there. It's me, Todd. I'm in the studio, and today's sponsor is myself. The best way to support the channel is to subscribe to my Patreon, where not only do you become a member of the community, you get early access to the B-side videos as well as watch-throughs of movies or TV shows we are covering, and other movie reactions and commentaries from a filmmaker's perspective. And if that's out of your budget, no worries, just hit that like button. It really does help out the channel with the algorithm. And of course, subscribe to get the latest videos delivered directly to you. Hit that notification bell to be alerted of the newest uploads, and please share these videos with your friends and family. And now, back to our regularly scheduled program. What is an FYC event, you ask? Well, FYC stands for your consideration. What happens is they invite all the Television Academy members, and what they do is they will play an episode of a television show that they are going to nominate for an Emmy for the people that can vote for the Emmys. And then they bring the cast out, and the cast does a Q&A where the cast answers questions from either a host. Sometimes they allow the audience to ask questions. And then after, they have a little after party. And sometimes the stars come out, interact, you can take pictures, and then they have drinks and hors d'oeuvres. So that's where we're headed. The Motion Picture Academy is located next door to LACMA, which is the Los Angeles County Museum of Art. And the La Brea Tar Pits. They've been doing a massive amount of construction here at LACMA for the new subway stop and the new portion of the museum, which will actually come up and over Wilshire and not only help pedestrians get to the other side, to the other building of LACMA, but part of the museum will actually be inside of that new walkway. So if you look it up online, you can find it out. Check it out. It's pretty cool. There it is, the big Geffen ball on the back side of the museum here. We are headed towards this way. But those that have been here to the channel before know exactly what is across the street is this Johnny's Diner, and what movies have used this Johnny's coffee shop as a filming location. Write it in the comments, let me know. How many times have we been here before? Here we are, everyone is arriving on the carpet. Come to the event. A bunch of cameras, reporters and stuff. And I'm coming over here to check in. There we are, we're checking in. I can go over this way. Hi. Here we go. We're headed in. I got it in my pocket.
Either way, either way it's it.
Wow, it looks so different from when we were here last time, huh?
Just make sure you see your wristband, please. Oh, thank you. Awesome. Enjoy.
Here we go, they got some stills set up from the show itself. There's some more. Alright, we are headed across the bridge into the ball. Everyone is still checking in.
Like they just did it just now. So he is going to come in and hold it back.
And then we gotta find ourselves a seat.
All right, anywhere this is not reserved.
I've already been in.
Oh, you already been in.
Yeah, thank you.
When I think about this show, my heart swells with pride and gratitude. First and foremost, I'd like to thank our visionary, multi-hyphenate, creator, writer, executive producer, director, and unequivocal artistic genius, Sam Levinson. Thank you, Sam, for bringing every fiber of your being to this deeply personal piece. Along with executive producer and star Zendaya, the tenacious executive producing team, Will Greenfield, Kevin Turin, Ashley Levinson, and Ravi Nandan, and our powerhouse cast and crew, this group has created a cultural phenomenon and generational classic that has shaped the zeitgeist. For season 1, the show earned 6 nominations and won 3 Emmys, with the incomparable Zendaya becoming the youngest actress ever to take home the Emmy in the Outstanding Lead Actress category. And with its second season, the show tripled its audience, becoming one of HBO's most watched series of all time, only cementing what we've all known from day one when Sam pitched the show about this groundbreaking series. Now, what you've all been waiting for, please enjoy this screening of season 2's very special 5th episode, Stand Still Like the Hummingbird, followed by a panel discussion with Sam, Zendaya, and the cast. Thank you.
My name is Coleman Domingo, and I play Ali on your favorite show. And I'm very honored tonight to be a moderator for this extraordinary conversation with my esteemed colleagues. Please help me welcome the cast of Euphoria and Sam Levinson. Come on out, friends. You will see to my far left, we have that handsome, dashing gentleman, Mr. Eric Dane. We have the stellar Miss Maud Apatow. Barbie Ferreira is for your dreams. Alexa Demi is style personified. Jacob Elordi, tall drink of water. Sydney Sweeney, the essence of life itself. Hunter Schafer, everything, just everything. Zendaya. All I can say is Zendaya. Its own adjective. Because it was an arc like no other. You had to go to some really raw places. What was that like for you, and how did you do that work?
Again, I want to say hello, everybody. This is really cool to be able to be here and see it with people, because sometimes we're so inside of it, we don't get to share it in real life with actual people. And we sat in the back a little bit, and just like hearing people respond to it means a lot, because sometimes you make things and you just hope that it resonates with somebody or that they can laugh in a moment. So this is really cool. That's all. But I would say, you know, again, to what he was saying, this episode was written several years ago, and it was one of the only ones that stuck, and I was so nervous to take it on. It actually, we had it before our diner episode, actually, and I knew that it was coming. Like, I knew that this moment, I knew that when we were doing our episode, which, I mean, Coleman, hello, can we just a phenomenal talent. Lucky to work beside you. But when we had that episode, I think part of the emotion in that was knowing that this episode was coming, that there was a rock bottom, or at least I hope that that's her rock bottom. So I was terrified, right? But I was absolutely terrified because I wanted to do it with as much humanity and thoughtfulness as possible without shying away from the ugliness and the pain and the destruction that it can cause. And I wanted to do it the right way. And there's so much to think about because not only is she going through a lot of emotional pain, but she's going through a lot of physical pain. And that's all coming to the surface at the same time. And there's so much volatility and there's so much, we were constantly trying to figure out how to, you know, you think she's going to do this and then she does something else. And that kind of scariness in the moment and what that must feel like for her younger sister watching her, you know, bang her door down, you know. I was terrified, and I love the people I work with. You know, we get to be around these people, and I don't want to say these things to them. I don't want to hurt them, you know, like that's not fun. And also I love Rue. I love Rue because I think she is one of the greatest parts and one of the greatest honors about being able to play her is every story that I have now gained. When people come up to me, they share their stories of sobriety, and it's so beautiful to me every single time, and I think I take on those stories with me, and they become part of Rue each time I play her. And I get very emotional about it because I care about her a lot, because she represents a lot of people that need a lot of love. And she represents part of myself, and she represents part of Sam, you know, and that means a lot to me, and I just want people to be able to heal through her. So it was a lot of fear in wanting to do it the right way. And then when we got to that episode halfway through the season, we were like, damn. Woo, child, we was tired. And we were like, we cannot leave her.
I feel like the entire cast was tired,
Listen.
too. Everybody looked like worn out.
Wreaking havoc on everybody. And we were like, we cannot leave her here because I think she represents so many people that need to also feel that there's a sense of hope for themselves as well, even if they don't feel it, even though they don't feel the good inside of them, it does exist. And so we were like, there needs to be a new ending to this show. And then we flipped around and made it much more positive and beautiful, because I think that is my greatest hope for her, and that's my greatest hope for anybody watching. If they have a loved one like Rue, if they care about Rue, you know, hopefully they can extend that to the real people who need that just as much. So it was terrifying, but it was also exhilarating, and again, I'm very grateful for every story that I've gained since this has, you know, been shared with the world.
What aspects of Cassie's arc were most exciting to you as an actress, and in which were you most excited for fans to see?
I had something beautiful with Cassie, where every single scene she had, I felt like there was an arc to what was happening within her heart, her mind, and she had to grow and learn or unlearn everything around her. She was losing friends, she was losing family, she was losing herself. And what Sam does so beautifully is capture this craziness that is happening within a character. And I thoroughly enjoyed every single moment, because as an actress, you dream of having a role like this. And I got to live out that dream of going to these crazy places that you don't go to normally, or I hope you don't. And I found these dark places within myself where sometimes Sam would have to come next to me and just pull me out of it, because it was so raw and so emotional, and that is what I dream of doing as an actor. And so being able to play characters that have such raw emotion and go through such real things, because I was a teenage girl and I wanted love, and I searched for love, and I searched for acceptance, and Cassie is searching for all of that. And she's just unfortunately looking in the wrong places sometimes. Jeez, guys. It's not that bad.
And all the trauma he's been through in his own life, why do you think Ali seems to fill the void in Rue's life?
I think it's also the void that he has in his own life. I think that's what you so expertly crafted, is these people have such need for each other, and we're all trying to fill a void, I think. I think at our best, I think that Ali's trying to be in service to Rue, because he's also trying to be in service to himself and sort of some of his past imperfects. I think that he finds an opportunity. He's like, if he can't do it with his own daughters, he doesn't have access to them. But here's this young woman right here, and someone who's experiencing life in many ways the way he has. And he's like, maybe I can make a difference here. And maybe that will give me some grace, I think, in the world. I think so. I think, ultimately, I'll take that. Ultimately, I think that that's what my friend Sam over here is trying to create, actually, and I think doing well with all these people, is we're trying to find some grace in the world with characters that are just broken and raw and want love, want appreciation, want to be seen. And I think Euphoria works at its best when, you're like, who am I, Team Maddie or Team Cassie? You know, hopefully you're Team Humanity. Hopefully you're Team Redemption. I think that's what this is about. That's why my friend has chosen to unpack so much of his own personal story and put them into each and every one of us. And that's a gift that we have. And I want to wrap this up with something that I shared with Z and Sam, because it affected me. But I also think, I know this was written directly to me, but I think, and I'm sure, it's written to each and every one of you on this panel. It just really moved me, and I just want you to know the impact that we do hear it. Those who send us notes, we hear it, we receive it. We know that this show is something bigger than ourselves. I think Sam charges us with that task each season for us to say, put your own shit behind you and be in service to this story. That's what we can do as human beings to bring us closer to each other. I received this just about a couple weeks ago. And this young woman said, I don't know if you'll ever see this, but I'm going to write it anyway because I hope that someday you will. I just want to say thank you for your character of Ali on Euphoria. My mom died from a heroin overdose a couple years ago now, and you made me realize for the first time that all she was looking for in life was the beauty, and that was what drugs were for her. I knew that she loved me, but her disease was stronger than even her love for me. I resented her for years, thinking how selfish she was, but now I realize she wasn't just a selfish piece of shit. She was an undiagnosed bipolar woman who used drugs to escape. And she was sexually abused as a child for years by her brother, and it sent her into a whirlwind. She had lots of boyfriends, and she fell in love with everybody. She was just trying to be happy her whole life. She was a model and a ballerina, and she danced for some of the top companies, and she always decorated cakes, and they were breathtaking. She was an artist in so many different ways, and she could have had that as her career for the rest of her life, but the mental illness and not getting proper help and the use of drugs to escape was so much greater than making her dreams come true. Anyway, thank you for helping me see her, for her. Thank you for helping me separate her from the drugs and the other issues and just seeing her. She was beautiful, and all she wanted was to be happy. Unfortunately, she didn't get what she needed in time. I miss her every day. And even more now after seeing the Euphoria special part one about Rue, I couldn't stop crying after listening to your conversation in the diner. Thank you for helping me see my mama for the first time with new eyes and an open heart. Thank you. I will appreciate you forever. That's what we're doing. That's what you're receiving. And we thank you.
that about wraps her up here at the Academy Museum. We got our Euphoria dinner box. So, wow, guys, I can't even tell you. They showed us episode 5 of season 2, and Zendaya knocks it out of the freaking park. So she's already won an Emmy last year for this role, and she's gonna do it again. Like, that was amazing. That episode is gut-wrenching. Go watch it. Let me know what you think in the comments. And thanks for watching. Don't forget to like this video. It really helps with the YouTube algorithm. Share it with your friends. And of course, don't forget to subscribe. You gotta subscribe for more, because I got many more of these to go to. And don't forget to watch my filming locations videos. So I'll see you next time, because I am out of here.